BBC Introducing. Supporting unsigned, undiscovered and under-the-radar musicians across the UK.
And we can welcome in the studio now Steve Young.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
You were here before Christmas on BBC Three Counties Radio.
I was,
And we
yeah.
wanted to get you back for BBC Introducing.
I know, it's brilliant.
So let's, from Welwyn Garden City, that's kind of your direction, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been living there recently.
Tell us more about you then. When did you start making music?
I have been playing guitar for a long time. I don't really want to say how many years, but it's been 20 plus years. I spent most of my career as a session guitarist. I spent 5 years playing with Darren Hayes from Savage Garden. I was his guitarist, and I also co-wrote on his last album and played on it. I've worked a lot with producers in London, writing songs for TV and adverts and for artists around the world. And I kind of thought maybe I should do it for myself.
It's time for yourself now.
Before I get the wheelchair out.
Oh, man, you're not that old.
I know.
But then tonight you've brought with you hundreds. Do you want to introduce us to them all?
Yeah, this is Gemma on vocals.
Hi, Gemma.
Hello.
And then we have Pete on the drums, or tonight he's playing the cajon.
He's on the cajon. Hi, Pete.
And this is Mike on the acoustic bass guitar.
Hello, Mike on the acoustic.
Right.
So do you, your new version, when you're not writing for other people and session and playing for other people and you're doing your own thing, is it just you or do you take the band out? I mean, how does it work?
I prefer to play with a band.
Mm-hmm.
If I can have a band playing, that's what I want to do. But these guys are all doing their own thing. They're really busy. They all have their own stuff going on. So sometimes they're not going to be available. And rather than sit at home and do nothing, I'll just go and do it myself instead.
So you can do both.
I would prefer to do it with a band, but I'm happy to do it solo as well.
Do you think, this program, BBC Introducing, the whole thing it's all about is, breaking new unsigned talent and giving musicians a chance without having to go some of the routes that we hear could be a bit more unscrupulous and things go wrong with people promising big things and all that. But what you've learned from the touring, from the writing, co-writing, from all that, do you think that has been a good background for you to now kind of approach it for yourself?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. The thing that I've kind of discovered working, because I've worked with quite a few successful artists, and they are the most down-to-earth, nice, straight-ahead people. And the reason they've got where they've got is because they are good at what they do and they write good songs. And I have had unfortunate experiences where I have worked with or been involved with unscrupulous people, and it's not nice to see. It's not nice to experience. The more I think I wouldn't say people become more desperate, but because you have programs, TV programs where people seem to become famous overnight, people think, that could be me, I could become famous. They see something on the internet that says, come and meet this management company and give us £3,000 and you'll be huge. You'll be huge.
We'll do it all for you.
And there's people out there that will go for that. And it's a shame. It's a real shame because it's taking away from the fact that there are just people out there writing songs and just doing it the only way they know how, which is
hard work.
Yeah.
Exactly. So more about you then. What is available of your stuff? What can people hear?
Well, I released an EP in October, and that was my first thing I've ever done myself as Steve Young, and I released that. The first gigs I did were in America. I took it out to New York because of just through the Savage Garden connections and stuff. There's people out there that know I exist, which is great. And I did some shows in New York, and then I went up to Boston and did a couple of radio shows similar to what we're doing now. And,
wasn't as good though, was it?
Nah, I can't say. I was on for a whole hour. God.
Oh man,
I must have been so bored.
No. Well, should we get one of your tracks on, and then we'll have a bit of a chat? What are you going to play first?
I'm gonna do a song called "My Friends," which is the opening track of the EP.
Let's get you ready for this.
BBC Introducing. Supporting unsigned, undiscovered and under-the-radar musicians across the UK.
So, here he is, playing live on BBC Introducing in Beds, Herts and Bucks. It's Steve Young.
Time flies and love lies. Tears cry and hearts bind, and we'll never know if it will ever end. Love, life, and I shine hands touch and breath sighs, and we'll never know if it will ever end. My friends, I need you now. My friends, I need you now to hold my heart and steady my mind before I lose my way. Promise made and a crying shame, tired eyes and tired lies, and we'll never know if it will ever end. So raise your glass to a life well made, child smile on a wedding day, and we'll always hope that it will never end. My friends, I need you now. My friends, I need you now to hold my heart and steady my mind before I lose my way. I need some time where people know my name, whose memories fade but shine with gold. The good times that we had, the laughter that we shared, the mysteries of love and stories told. My friends, I need you now. My friends, I need you now to hold my heart and steady my mind before I lose my way.
Nice stuff. Nice stuff. Enjoying that a lot. Great stuff. Thank you very much, Steve. That's brilliant. How do people find you? I'm going to tweet you. I'm going to tweet you now. How do we find you?
Twitter is at Steve Young UK.
At Steve Young UK. We'll get some tweets out with photos and bits and bobs like that. So, how did you break it into, being amateur, playing, at home, and then suddenly you're touring the world? It's all happening.
I'll try and give you the short story, but I grew up on the Isle of Wight, and I was living on the Isle of Wight. And what happened was I had a band on there, and I was trying to find a London gig because it was like, okay,
not much happens out there apart from a couple of festivals.
And I was looking for a London gig, and it was in the NME. It was underneath the advert for this promoter looking for an artist in London, there was an advert for a signed band looking for a guitarist, and so I didn't contact the venue. I just contacted the band instead, and that was I actually came up for sort of 3 auditions. It was quite a long process, but they were a band signed.
Is that stressful? Being auditioned by a band, that this could be your moment. They're watching you to see not just musically if you're fit, but personality as well.
Yeah, it was really stressful because there just wasn't music like that. Anything I hadn't heard anything like that on the island growing up, and even just driving to London for the first time was absolutely terrifying. And I'd learnt the songs and I nailed the songs musically, but then I had to come back and spend a weekend living with these people And you know, it was a real eye opener. I'm not going to go into details, but it was a real eye opener. But I absolutely got absorbed into London life almost immediately. I moved from the Isle of Wight to Brixton.
Wow, and that's a change.
And literally within a week, I'd never felt more at home. And I ended up staying in London for nearly 16, 17 years.
And then I guess it's just contact after contact. Who knows who?
I mean, this band went on for a couple of years, and we did some tours and we did some festivals, and then, you know, just as they do, things fell apart. And it was just so random. The Darren Hayes connection was just so random that he was looking for a guitarist, and he knew someone who knew someone who knew someone, and I got a phone call, and it was like, go and meet him, and I went to meet him, and I wasn't actually 100% sure who he was. I'd heard of Savage Garden, but I didn't know who Darren Hayes was. And he just played me a song and said, learn it, and then he just said, what songs do you know? And the only song I could think of was U2 One. So it's like, right, sing U2 One, and then we had to harmonise, and I got the job that night. And
wow,
I was in Australia 3 weeks later.
Good God,
it was amazing.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
I was very lucky. But
so your EP you've done. What's next for you? What do you see 2015?
What I would like to do. What I'd like to do this year is just gig as much as possible. I mean, I gig. My full-time job is gigging. I gig all the time in the kind of corporate industry. Yep. So I'm already doing sort of 200-300 gigs a year. I would love to take my music to some festivals, do some shows. I don't mind any corner of a dirty field. I really don't mind. I'm going to do a couple of singles and then another EP. I have enough material to do an album, but I would like to wait and do the album when I've got when
you're ready for it.
When I've got the backing, basically. When I've got the backing and the representation that you need for an album. Yeah. I don't even know if people buy albums anymore. I'm undecided.
We do. We definitely do. Should we get your second track on?
Yeah,
It'd be great to go. Before that, just quickly go around the band. Where do we find you on Twitter and places like that? Come to a mic and quickly say, where do we find you? What's the projects you're working on at the moment?
I'm at Gemma Muse. That's MEWSE.
Nice one. Thank you, Gemma.
Hi, I'm Pete Heavy. You can find me on Facebook. I also teach for...
Louder, Pete, louder.
I teach for an academy as well, based over in Hertfordshire, Herts College of Music.
Herts College of Music, nice one.
Yeah, you can find me at Michael Kenner. I'm just a session-based player.
Michael Kenner there. So we'll get the last one. And what's this one going to be?
It's called Wholeheartedly.
Wholeheartedly. Let's get ready.
BBC introducing. If you're making music, we want to hear from you.
So here he is with his second track of the night. It's Steve Young.
1, 2, 3, 4. First time that I saw you, looked you in the eye, I knew without a doubt that I'd be giving you my heart. No hesitation, just laid it in your hands, gave you everything I had and said I won't look back. I'm wholeheartedly yours tonight, wholeheartedly falling indeed. I have no regrets on my mind. I'm wholeheartedly yours to keep. I'm wholeheartedly yours to keep. If ever I knew happiness, it's when I'm here with you. Swim against the raging tide and losing myself in you. Something in the way you move, the way you make me feel. Cross my heart and hope to die that you belong to me. I'm wholeheartedly yours tonight, wholeheartedly falling indeed. I have no regrets on my mind. I'm wholeheartedly yours to keep. I'm wholeheartedly yours to keep. hope that you don't mind too much. I wrote this song for you. There's been too many sad times, but I'm starting to pull through. If man knew only happiness, how would he ever know which ones to run away from, which ones can break your soul? I'm wholeheartedly yours tonight, wholeheartedly falling indeed. I have no regrets on my mind. I'm wholeheartedly yours to keep. I'm wholeheartedly yours tonight, wholeheartedly falling indeed. I have no regrets on my mind. I'm wholeheartedly yours to keep. I'm wholeheartedly yours to keep. I have no regrets on my mind. I'm wholeheartedly yours to keep.
The brilliant Steve Young playing live tonight on BBC, introducing In Bed's Herts. Steve, how do we
Thank you.
find you? Twitter, Facebook, places like that?
Steve Young UK, all across the board.
Nice
Facebook,
one.
Twitter, and website.
Look after yourself. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Right, the song you're about